Hello, on that video I will present the new SIP 22 turbo decoder, original, invented by our company, Lucky Locks, and that turbo decoder is made for Italian Fiat Alfa Romeo Lancia, some French cars like Peugeot Citroën, Opel Combo, Ford Ka, Iveco. Let's say a big part of the cars today are covered with that turbo decoder. We use SIP22 like a reference. That is the silk code of those locks, and wherever the SIP22 key blank enter, you can open those locks with the turbo decoder. The turbo decoder has few parts. I will explain them and how to use the decoder. You have a key blade, tension wheel, pump wheel and gate wheel. With the tension wheel you apply tension left and right when you make a manipulation of the lock. With pump wheel you make a rotate the pump wheel, you make an automatic self-impressioning. The locksmiths know what that means. You grab the code from the lock and the code is then you can see the code on the key blade and you are able to make a key, mechanical key. With the back wheel you give access to the wafers of the lock on the sliding pins of the turbo decoder. In order to use that device properly, you have to follow several steps which are very important. First, to protect your device from breakage, and second, to open the lock. With the tester key, we supply every turbo decoder with a tester key, and that tester key is very important for you to have information about the lock status and the lock orientation. On the tester key we have two marks on the metal part of the blade and one mark on the plastic head. You have to insert the tester key and look first if the key goes smooth all the way in. If it goes smooth, that means that the lock is in good condition and that is the correct model for that key blank. If it's not correctly orientated, it will stop far away with that mark from the face of the lock, and you simply have to reverse the tester key, insert again. When you receive a good stop with a mark touching the face of the lock, it means that it's correctly inserted. You have to look where is the plastic head mark, and in that direction, in the same direction, you have put your orientation point of your turbo decoder. If the lock stay like this on the car, and we have a right side stop point, like it's in this case, your turbo decoder must be inserted with the orientation point on the same direction, in that case on the right. The tool is prepared, set it up, and to insert it you have to keep steady the back wheel from escaping from the handle, like this, and gently insert the turbo decoder all the way in that lock. When you are in, you have to pull back the back wheel. That wheel can be only be pulled back and push it in, and that's all function of that wheel. It's not allowed to be rotated, it's only forward and backward. All that must happen when the middle wheel is rotated all the way to the right. Other way, you cannot insert the back wheel into the handle because of that stop bolt here, and that stop bolt must find the correct position where is the hole, and the stop bolt can go in. I have done that to prevent any rotation on the middle wheel when the back wheel is into the handle. So we have once again the lock, the orientation, which is right, our orientation point to the right, and insert. Now pull back. With the front wheel we apply tension to the right. With the middle wheel, when we keep the tension, we rotate the middle wheel till the line reach line number 1, then turn back and then lose the tension a little bit. Once again tension, stop at 1, turn back and lose a bit. You have to repeat that few times by stop at number 1 cut, number 1 line here. Then start your stop point at the line number 2, like this. Lose the tension, apply tension, stop at 2, go back, and repeat that few times. Then again tension, stop at 3, which is the maximum travel of the middle wheel. Continue to make that. In one moment the lock turn. When it's turned, make a final pump, but keep your device turned, and then after the final pump you can juggle very gently the two in order to get the good print of the code to the sliding pins. By making that, you have a good smooth turning device on both direction, unlock and lock on the car. To extract the turbo decoder, rotate to the right the middle wheel, only then you are allowed to push the back wheel, but you must keep the two in neutral lock position, not rotate it. You just push it and extract. I will show you the lock with the codes. You see how they are lined up, and the lock can turn left and right. One more time extraction, go to the right, push this one and extract the decoder. Now pull back, go at 3, and you can see the sliding pins changed their position. This one is here, cut number 1. This one is 3, 1, 1. On the other side we have 1, 3 again, 3 again, 3 again. This is the code of that lock. You have reference lines here. Here is number 1, the first line is number 2, the second line is 3, the third line is number 4 from the actual code of the lock. Now to set up the device for the next lock, you simply have to stay here, pull it back, dot to 3 on the left rotating, and it's stop here. And with the setup device, from here, go under the pin and push it gently, only from this direction to this. Carefully protect your fingers and push the code. Do that on the other side, and your device is set it up. See what happened now. Go on initial point maximum to the right, and you see output number 1 on the key blade. Maximum high from the code on both sides. Only here, right rotated, you're allowed to close the gates and to enter in a new lock. I will make one more opening. This is FIAT lock, original locks only. I check the orientation of the lock. It's one more time on the right. Insert turbo decoder with the right mark, with the orientation mark to the right. Keep the back wheel. Insert. When you are in, pull back, apply tension, stop at 1, turn back and loose. Again, tension, 1, turn and loose. Then 2. Then 3. When it turns, stay turned at 45 degrees, make a final pump, juggle very gently, check to the other side, smooth working device on both sides. Go right, close the gates, extract your turbo decoder. You can go on ignition lock after on the same car and follow the orientation, insert the turbo decoder, pull back, go at 3, and you have a key for the ignition. You cannot open directly the ignition because that models are sidebar, and the locksmiths, you know what is sidebar. It's not pickable by turbo decoders. Go to the right, inject that one and extract. This is the steps you have to follow in order to operate correctly with a SIP22 turbo decoder. Any different operations can cause the mechanical problems on the turbo decoder or opening failure. Thank you for watching.